The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2, where less than an hour into the video game, we have already died and been brought to life by the miracle that is science. We've escaped from the tutorial mission, although you could argue that the first mission that follows this is still technically tutorial, because it is prior to the open world area of the game.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
For now, Jacob and
The
Miranda
elusive man is waiting for you in the other
have
room.
absolutely nothing to say. These guys are extremely generic. I don't think I have to really worry about customizing armor yet. Oh yeah, now I remember. It just changes the look. Or nope. The N7 helmet increases my health, and the breather helmet increases my health. Okay, so right now I've just got the N7 gear. We got some different material types. Many colors. Black as the void that birthed me into my second life. Kind of like the dark red. And black lines. Do we want a pattern? I don't think we want a pattern. And we got a casual appearance. That doesn't really look very casual to me. That still looks a little bit stiff. A little bit too work uniform. Still pretty not so casual. But I think this is a little bit more interesting for like a sci-fi type environment. Like this kind of just looks like jumpsuit. Again, a little bit like if this is work uniform, this is kind of also work uniform. This, it's just the collar of this one kind of bothers me. Like the collar is still pretty high on both, but at least it kind of opens up here. I guess I'll go with that one. And let's go talk to the elusive man, played by Martin Sheen, who does a fantastic job, despite the fact that he can't really seem to say the letter H in humanity. I forget the technology they explain as to like how this works. Like
Commander Shepard.
Something about like two boxes that are intertangled.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
Also, he has an awesome view. What do we know?
What exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That
Also,
one woman,
his
very
cigarette
specific woman,
sometimes doesn't always land on his lip.
between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
I'll try to shut up when he says
Good to see your
humanity.
memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Been worse.
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated
You no
us.
longer have a regular vagina.
Still
You now have a
decide
super
to bring her
vagina.
back.
And now can have sex with all the different comrades you
No
want.
one wants to admit it,
Oh, here we go.
humanity is under attack.
Damn it.
While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
How about Alliance Aid?
This is a threat against humanity. You need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates.
I think in my own gameplay, I actually saved the council, but oh well. That save file is lost. Cerberus.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity.
There we go. That's a clean recording there.
Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Maybe. Let's see. Alliance aid, abductions. So apparently, all of the choices decided to cycle themselves.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment.
For humanity.
You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Alright, where do we start?
After the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess in this case.
She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
What are you expecting to find?
There?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Well, technically you didn't bring me back, you just funded it, but I guess that's what allows you to take credit for everything. Alright, let's invest the colony. Let's level myself up. Huh, I haven't used the tactical quote yet. Cloak yet. Let's see. Activating a cloak prevents most enemies from perceiving you for a short time. Performing any offensive action breaks the cloak. Your harsh training regimen increases weapon damage, reduces power charge time. Alright, let's get that. And it looks like I won't be able to get anything else. I think. Now, let's see if I can talk to Miranda and Jacob.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What do you think about this colony? Also, it's interesting that Mass Effect 2 mirrors the beginning of Mass Effect 1. In a sense, like Mass Effect 1...
in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Like, you're going to this, the colony in Mass Effect 1, and it's basically just some random colony that had this discovery that's under attack. And now in Mass Effect 2, you're going to, again, another human colony that was attacked. Any idea what we'll find?
What we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
Sounds
I'd like to
fantastic.
know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't
Wow.
say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell
And
me a little about
Miranda?
yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Alright, but maybe a little bit more than
Trying to
that.
get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Okay, let's talk about it. You offered. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this helmet, because it doesn't really look very good in cutscenes. Also, have I started making... I haven't really made a dent in either Paragon or Renegade.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
I trust Jacob.
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
And consider the fact that, what was his name? Garrus Vicarian was used to work for, the, Citadel Security. But he left the Citadel Security because of all the red tape that he had to navigate in order to complete any given mission. Like, even though the Citadel Security, their goal was meaningful, in theory, like, the internal corruption pushed him away. No, Siri.
Sorry,
I did
missed
not.
that.
No, Siri, I did not call for you. Current mission.
You know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Freedom's Progress sounds like an old American colony. Like, you travel 15 miles west of Plymouth Rock and you reach the town of Freedom's
Said you served
Progress.
in the Alliance.
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got
So the
caught,
non-Spectre
this is now
Spectres.
knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Alright. What about you and Cerberus?
Cerberus.
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
Now we spend billions of dollars resurrecting a former enemy, and then we send a team to head out. Yeah, I always loved his reports. Let's see. Shepard escaped attack on the facility along with operatives Taylor and Lawson. Facility destroyed by remote detonation. Salvage teams will ensure no incriminating data survived. Per Miranda's recommendation, I'm running security sweeps on other cells to ensure that Wilson was our only mole. Regardless of the cost, Project Lazarus was a success. Shepard is back. You received bonuses for having beaten Mass Effect 2. 25% bonus experience on all missions. Retain all heavy weapons from previous playthroughs. 200,000 credits. 50,000 Element Zero. 50,000 Iridium. 50,000 Palladium. And 50,000 Platinum. Which in theory might mean that I don't have to scan quite so many planets. The rapid-fire grenade launcher. Favored by Blood Pack Vorka mercenaries. We got some credits. But now, just straight to the mission. Straight to Freedom's Progress. No worrying about dropping into a Mako, driving into some generic building off in the
Should be there
distance.
shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. And we've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Alright.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
Because it's fresh, I
Official
believe.
Investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
We're gonna find out who did this and take them down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard.
And Miranda's all like, "Ah, Jacob, you're already kissing up to the new commander." I forget if you actually fight anything here. It's been a long time. Fully equipped. Ooh. So I've got a heavy pistol, a sniper rifle, a machine pistol, and a grenade launcher. Alright. We got ourselves an NS1. Got anything in this direction? Got some riverbank. If you're wondering why I'm just kind of avoiding moving forward, I just want to make sure that I'm exploring the area, even though there's probably nothing to look at. Automatic
Everyone
lights.
just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
That's something I don't remember if Mass Effect 3 had a bunch of this. It's just the lighting. Again, I forget if I'm confusing Mass Effect 2 and 3, but I remember there was this, like, there's more lighting, dark environments required
Strange.
Shepard to pull out
No
the
bodies,
flashlight.
No structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Just everybody gone, without a trace. Ah. I got some money. You've got to have money.
Sounds like Fenris mechs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colony.
More mechs.
Requesting assistance.
And I think this, like, this is what kind of separates, Mass Effect 2 with 3,
Before they take out the shield.
is...
Here goes.
Excuse me.
Nope. Let's level you.
I've got him!
Is like, I feel with Mass Effect 3, there's a stronger focus on, let's try the sniper rifle.
Those shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not
There's
alone.
a much clearer distinction between types of bad guys, and each species you fight has, like, that set of types. Like, there's the big... Like, if this was Mass Effect 3, there would be the big mech, the medium-sized mech, the healer guy. Like, there would be specific enemy types for each one. And I feel with this one, I believe there's more just guys with guns, or mechs with guns. Okay, we got a C, whatever that is. There's the C. There it's ground, and that leaves that. Money.
They've seen us.
Who's seen us? Oh, hello. let's switch over to the machine pistol. Try that one out.
Get through my
Wait for our shields to recharge. Somebody was having some good old-fashioned lunch that bit on a... Are these lunch trays? Do they have food that specifically fits those trenches? Garbage bins in the future. Oh, hello.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Is that Talia?
Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Cerberus
It's
rebuilt
me.
Tally. In return, they asked me to investigate these attacks on human colonies.
You'll pardon us for not taking you at your word, Cerberus.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what the Quarians are doing here.
Weapons down, Praza. Whatever's going on here, I don't think we need another fight.
Also, Praza's not very good at following
One of our
orders.
people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town.
Oh
We
yeah,
suspect
now I
he also
remember.
programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need to...
It's convenient that there was a non-human here because apparently they're only
No, Praza,
collecting
you're
humans.
working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
I already know why they hate Cerberus, because Cerberus is a terrible organization that hates aliens.
Make sure to keep
I
your
don't need to
radio
worry about
contact.
asking that
Will
dumb
do.
question.
Good luck, Shepard. See you on the far side.
Alright.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Oh,
Thanks
hello.
for the warning. We'll take care of him.
And we've also got a wall safe. Alright, so we got ground, sea, and there we go. Ground is there. Sea is... That looks more like... I guess that looks more like closed captioning than anything else. Now, here's a question I have. What would you prefer? Like a hacking minigame? Like, let's say you needed to hack something.
Use overload on him.
Which is... she's got overload. But I also have disruptor ammo.
There we go.
Which takes out shields. Hello. Yeah.
Praza and his squad
Yeah.
rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come
We
on.
should have expected
Still
that.
catch them.
Alright. I wonder, can I turn disruptive, off? I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to do extra shield damage. And that really would only, bother me, let's actually go to this power wheel and assign armor piercing to LB. Yeah. That way it's very easy to switch between the two. I should probably also try out the tactical cloak, because I picked this specific type of class for that reason. Oh, hello. Alright, you can...
Nice.
overload you.
Enemy down.
You know, I probably should be using my sniper rifle for this one. And let's also use the shield, the disruptor ammo.
Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover, and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Alright. Send your squad to separate waypoints. So, left
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
and right.
Understood.
Alright. Actually, let's see if I can collect this ammo over here.
We'll take cover by
And
the
let's
doors.
take cover.
Shepard, you take point.
Now let's see if this thing has armor. And maybe help these Quarians deal with the fact... Nope, that Quarian is dead. That Quarian is extra dead. And there goes Praza.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Okay, I have...
Overload will take out their shields.
Okay, let's try to hit him with the overload. Nope, that did not take out enough of his shields. Okay, let's find a different set of cover. Maybe one way over here. Okay, now I can switch to armor piercing. There we go.
You bet.
Sure thing. On it.
Be right there.
Alright. It has been defeated somewhat clumsily. I'm sure if I actually brought my characters back here, that might have helped. And actually it looks like everybody's okay. So... They didn't horribly die just now?
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's
Like, I
probably
didn't
somewhere
realize
in the back of the loading.
there would be any wounded. Okay, so he's probably in there, but so let's take a look around first. We got a wall safe. Let's see, blah, blah, grounded is there. I think that was one of those. Closed captioning. And I don't know, what is that, like a... What would that symbol kind of represent? Oh, power cell. We got heavy weapon ammo. Didn't actually use the heavy weapon, even though we have one to use. Also, I just realized he was just using the pistol when he could have used the shotgun. Maybe she could stick with just the heavy pistol. That seems like it would be stronger. Ooh. And we got some refined iridium. Which, again, will hopefully reduce the weapon scanning I'll need, or planet scanning that I'll need to do once I get to the open world. It will not eliminate it.
Monsters coming back. Mech
Mex will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
No Vitor now, only Zul.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mex will.
Oh yeah, LT does Paragon actions to interrupt cutscenes, and the right trigger does Renegade actions.
Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
Thems be bugs.
I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
I'm not a nerd, I'm a collector.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
They came from beyond
Seekers,
space.
No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or the
using
swarms were
technology
designed specifically. Yep,
designed
there we
to
go.
detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man.
If I remember
Grab the
correctly,
core
there
and pull the shuttle
used to be a
himself.
subplot involving the increase in dark
Vitor
energy.
is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I'm still trying to accept that you're even alive, and you're with Cerberus.
The last time she saw me, I was falling out of a ship onto a
I can't
planet.
walk away from that. Not even for you.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about as much as we're gonna get out of Vitor. We've got the big key. It was the collectors. But let's again, we're kind of mirroring
Freedom's progress.
Mass Effect 1. At the end of every mission, we have our
Their
debriefing.
findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
The data from his Omni tool should be quite useful.
We're still analyzing it. But more importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
You don't seem surprised.
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
What is the Omega-4
Why is the
relay?
Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage.
Also, considering that we know that the Reapers built the relays.
Just further evidence of the
Yeah,
connection with the Reapers.
they're, again.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
They need them for later.
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a
Also,
single
how do they
species
get
before,
money?
and the previous sample sizes were
Because you've
dozens
got to
of
have
tens of
money.
thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of
And
soldiers,
thus,
scientists, and mercenaries.
Mass
You'll get
Effect
dog
2,
days on
the
list.
recruitment mission
Finding
begins.
them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Whatever happened to Garrus
The
Vicarian?
Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
And Caden Alenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
And Tally... Oh my gosh. Tally Voss...
What about Tally? She already helped us on...
Yeah, her last name is associated specifically with the ship she's attached to. So I don't actually know her last name
Where's
unless...
Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay.
This
Good,
is true.
Not available.
Although I believe she's actually trying to take down the Shadow Broker.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First,
You know, I wonder what is actually in his cigarette.
he's a brilliant Solarian scientist.
Like the idea that they'd be smoking tobacco that far into the future.
Paralyzing seeker swarms.
Sounds good. And what else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Is it Joker?
Hey,
Fantastic.
Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, records sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance didn't really want things that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
The SR2. Not quite exactly a replica of the Normandy. Because its engine, like the Normandy's engine, was very specific when they were building it. And I believe the engine on the SR2 is a lot larger.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
You know, there were other beaches in France. But I suppose the Normandy is the one that fits. Alright, we leveled up. Collectors confirmed as source of attacks on Freedom's progress. Aquarian survivor Vitor returned with Talizora. Talizora Voss, and then whatever her ship is. That's the name. We'll examine his Omnitool data for anything useful. We got a heavy weapon upgrade, some credits, some iridium. Headshots inflict superior damage upon most targets. Other targets who do not have heads, they don't do as much damage towards, I would imagine. And here we got our ship. Joker's got his pilot seat. I've got my casual, comfy clothes, although I believe there's better casual clothes I could buy later at the Citadel. When I'm at my favorite shop.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And that's going to help us in regards to the plot point, but I believe Morden Solus also offers the ability to upgrade aspects of your ship.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
ED, I almost forgot about her.
I'm the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them, especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
Anybody else I should be expecting to meet on this ship?
Fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Alright, we got our galaxy map. Is that Kelly I was about to say Kelly Clarkson, but that is clearly an actual person and not the person standing next to the galaxy map. But I want to say her first name is Kelly. Which is not as important because Samantha Trainer is best girl. We got the tech lab. Acquire the professor to research upgrades for your equipment. Yep. And that's also the other important part about acquiring Morden Solus is, wow, that is a lot of journal updates. Oh yeah, because now this is where the game actually opens up, and you get the side missions, rendezvous with Kasumi Goto, travel to Alcara, and explore the crash site of the SSV Normandy, travel to Omega and pick up the infamous mercenary Zaid Masani. So they not only revived Commander Shepard, they also revived her ship. So we got Miranda. Any unread messages? From Admiral Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you are actually alive, I need to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on top, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Alright. We've reached an agreement with veteran Merc, Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills in your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I have taken care of that personally. That is convenient, sir. Commander. Project Firewalker, I believe, is the expansion DLC, where you actually drive around in a Mako. The MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet-Side Exploration Rover. In addition, scientist Dr. Manuel Casey and Dr. Robert Alloy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need to find their ship, her survey team, and the doctors. The MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziona, Alista Ismar Frontier. I might actually just do the main mission first to get Solus before worrying about these side missions, though. Our scans in the Amada system, Admiral Hackett is already back, giving us orders. Have turned something up that you should see, the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. That rhymed. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of the lost crewmen, we ask that you report the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find closure. Which means you go to the planet, you collect like 20 dog tags. It takes forever. Shepard, our technicians heard you were back in action and insisted that you should be properly equipped. They put together a package that has been delivered to Normal. You'll find it in your personal quarters. Fortunately, we know your size. Shepard, our armor technicians, found a high-performance suit for you that was manufactured in the Terminus systems. That is to say, it isn't exactly legal in Citadel space. It's been delivered to your quarters so you can try it on. Hope you like the color. Jacob tells me you've been keeping an eye out for cutting-edge supplies, weapons, armor, amps, and so forth. So happens that I had something waiting for you when you woke in the Lazarus Research Station. It was lost in the chaos, but found again when Cerberus secured the station. And before they blew it up, I guess. I had it delivered to the Normandy. Look in the armor closet in your quarters. So I've already actually seen these because I accessed the armor selection before that first mission. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Typhon system in the Phoenix Massing Cluster. Please use care in this manner. Let's see, Arc Projector. We had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party, and credited this success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon. It is called the arc projector. I believe it's a heavy weapon. And then, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief, Kasumi Goto, and convinced her to work with you. I don't remember her at all. Very few people have ever heard of her, and very fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled in stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable to your mission. Travel to the Zakera ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password "Silence is Golden" to begin the rendezvous. Alright. Yeoman Chambers. Kelly Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant.
Why, hello,
I'll
Kelly.
and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
No.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there
How's the
anything
crew?
I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your
What do you do
responsibilities?
here?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
Alright.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This
What do you think of
organization has a
Cerberus?
dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives.
So the ends justify the means.
Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
But does
Sounds like
Cerberus hate
wants to
aliens?
dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You seem very loving.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I'm a people person. I take care of the people.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
That might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Alas, Kelly Chambers is technically not a romanceable option.
I better go.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, Mass Effect 2 doesn't really have very good choices for the lesbian romance direction. I believe like she can go for like Jacob and maybe one other guy. Miranda's not interested in the ladies. She's only interested in the male sheps. Why would we close the shutters when that looks awesome?
We got some lateral drift. The old Normandy never had that.
Shall we talk to Edie or Joker?
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
The ship is just a copy.
There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked.
You know how many ships I flew in the last 2 years? 0
They'll
ships.
invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know.
How very
Some
RoboCop
of
of you.
my databases are sealed. Some of my hardware is kept offline. I
What is,
assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense,
Seems very
I manage
convenient.
Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good argument there, Joker.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship.
That is an interesting camera angle.
Monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine.
I like the
without
fact
an
that you
AI
can
with
even
my
hear the
network as a job.
quotes around his ships.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind
Quantum box. That's that was the name of how the communication works between the Elusive Man and the ship. There's like a quantum entanglement between a particle on his end and on Shepard's end, so that whenever like one particle shifts, it affects the other particle, despite the distance. I believe that's the explanation that is
Let's discuss
used
something else.
for their long-distance communication.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Alright, what about
Does
resources?
Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering
Yeah,
that
I
question.
figured that.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
I'm gonna ask the question,
So how many
but
operations is Cerberus
Edie's
running
probably
right now?
blocked from answering
I have
it.
a block that prevents me from answering that
A
question.
block.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright. Let's wander around let's wander around the ship next time. Talk to Miranda, talk to Jacob, And then head over, see if we can find Morden Solus. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.